Hey guys, welcome to the stream. We have a new update. Well, actually, you can tell by the title, we actually have 2 patch updates today. I don't know what happened, but they rolled one out at 1 o'clock, and then they rolled another patch out at 2 o'clock. And now, 2:30, we get our patch notes. So I don't know what the deal is and why we got 2 patches, but we did. So, you know, it is what it is, right? All right, so without further ado, we are going to get into the patch notes, but actually there is further ado because I wanted to say, before you do anything, remove your mods folder from your game. Also, people forget about their saves and their tray folder. Back up your mods, your tray stuff, and your save stuff, okay? Because sometimes people lose their builds and their sims, and we don't want that because that is not good. So, yeah. Backup saves, backup mods, backup tray. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome in. Thanks for tuning in to the stream. And without further ado, we are going to begin the patch notes now. So let's see what this has to offer. Oh yeah, it's meaty, guys. There's a lot here. All right. Let's do this thing.
Update December 5th, 2023 PC 1-103-250-1020/Mac 1-103-250-1220 console 1.84 Soul Simmers. The newest expansion pack has been freely living in all our heads and for rent is finally due. The property owner is coming to visit in just a few days, but in the meantime there's a couple of base game additions and a bevy of fixes to call out and share. Our favorite SimGuru Nova is going to go into details below. Thanks all.
I'm really happy because SimGuru Nova is doing the patch notes, which we did know previously, obviously. I keep looking over there because my camera used to be over there, so I keep looking over there. There's no camera there, it's right here. Okay, so before we go any further, there are a couple things that I want to share with you, okay? So many people have been asking about the 100 units limit, if there's going to be some way to change that or whatever. The 100 units per save. As of right now, I don't think there's a cheat. I also don't think there's any way that modders are going to be able to tune it. It's not looking good right now. This comes from Zerbu on Twitter. They tweeted, I haven't found anything related to the 100 unit limit yet. It could be in the venue tuning, or maybe I just haven't looked hard enough. So it's not looking good for that. But hopefully that can be adjusted with time.
SimGuru Ninja, what's new? Sync assignments. The jig is up for Sims who had a penchant for shoving Harvest Fest turkey bones down the drains of those poor bathroom sinks. Starting today, all sinks can now be designated as kitchen or bathroom sinks.
You know, this is a really good thing, but I feel like they did this because they realized, crap, we can't actually fix this bug. Because call me crazy, but wasn't this in a patch before sometime this year? Wasn't this in a patch where they said they fixed Sims washing dishes in bathroom sinks? Didn't they say they fixed that at one point, and now all of a sudden we get a set sink type, which is not a bad thing, but I feel like they've realized that they're not going to be able to fix this. Like, that's a bug that's probably going to keep coming back, and the only way that they're going to actually be able to fully fix it for us is if they just give us this manual option to set, which I guess is a bad thing and a good thing at the same time. It's a good thing because we don't have to worry about it anymore, but then you're also gonna have to remember every time you jump into a new household, you're gonna have to do this. It's not really a problem, obviously. It only takes 1 second to set it. And when you click on the sync, I have it set so that people subscribing should not be making a sound, but oh well, it is what it is. When you click on a sync to do anything, you'll see it there and you'll be like, okay, I can just set it, you know? So it's not a bad thing. So you click it, you hit set sync type, and then you choose kitchen or bathroom. And I guess for all, they do either. So I guess if it's set to all, then they still might wash the dishes in the bathroom sink. I don't know. But let's continue.
Sinks. The assignment you choose determines whether hands or dishes are autonomously washed in them. Unless, of course, you live for the chaos and assign the wrong labels to each sink. We won't stop you from letting your Sims continue to be little freaks.
Yeah.
Switch control to this household.
Oh, this is a base game thing? Oh, snap! Okay, that's really cool. This is gonna make rotational gameplay really more immersive. That's the word. I mentioned this in a video before, but it's really cool how they're adding this to the base game. So you could just click on any house or lot that isn't yours and switch control. You don't have to worry about going to the manage world screen and then coming back again. So if you're on a lot, let's say you're on a 64 by 64 and you're using the for rent pack to make like a trailer park or something, and you have all these different trailers, all these different units, and you want to do like a rotational gameplay sort of thing, and you want to click on this trailer and play this for a sim day, then click on the next one. You don't have to go to manage worlds. You can just do it without leaving your like view of all of your trailers. I like that. That's really cool.
Household. Listen, as much as we love the manage world screen, every healthy relationship requires a bit of space. So, we've declared a bit of independence from manage worlds, giving you the chance to switch your active household from live mode directly with the switch control to this household interaction.
No, ma'am, it's not live mode, it's live mode, okay? I don't make the rules. Also, what are we thinking, guys? Is it live mode or live mode? What's your opinion? It's live. It's live. You're living life, okay? I won't accept any other answer.
Interaction. While we added this as a means to switch between units of your residential rental more seamlessly, this interaction will be available on the front door of all occupied residences, not just residential rental units. Rejoice with me, my fellow rotational gameplay simmers.
Literally said it right there. Rotational gameplay becomes more immersive now thanks to this coming to the base game for free. I'm also wondering if both of the updates we got today, if it's all in this one patch notes or if they're gonna be different patch notes for that, because if I'm not mistaken, the first update was 1 gig. It is absolutely massive. And I think the second one was like 400 or 500 megabytes. So that's 1.5 gigabytes worth of updates today. 2 major updates at the same time, which is crazy.
Simmers. Base game editions that'll knock your shoes off.
Thank you, Sims 4 Builder, for the super chat. I love your videos. They help distract me from my sciatica back pain. Oh no, sciatica back pain. That's terrible. I'm sorry, but thank you for being here and watching. I really appreciate you.
Off. In celebration of the release of For Rent, we have a few housewarming goodies coming to the base game. Along with a cozy new outfit that'll have your Sims lounging in style, Sims can now interact with the men's shoe rack and women's shoe rack items from base game to set rules for the house determining whether or not shoes are removed at the door. Which means everyone will know whether or not your Sim is wearing socks under those sneakers. Please, for my sanity, make sure they are.
This is actually really cool. So this basically means they're taking an expansion pack feature, which was from Snowy Escape, right? Yeah, they're taking an expansion pack feature and they're making it base game, which I think is a good idea because this is kind of a big deal in the Asian countries in real life. And now that we have another Asian-inspired world, it only makes sense that they make something like this available for base game for all players, and I guess in all worlds and any saves, you know? So I think this was a very good move on their part. Normally, I am not a fan of them taking features and things that Simmers have paid for previously, then making them free later, but I feel like this is definitely an exception. Something like this.
R. Bug fixes base game / multipack. Quick meal interactions on fridges have been renamed to quick meal or drink and microwaved quick meal or drink. Gone are the days of glass of milk erasure.
Oh, I also missed this picture. So allow shoes indoors when you click on these, wear slippers indoors, remove shoes indoors. I love that. That's so cool. So you can just put the little shoe rack in there. These actually have a purpose. I mean, I would always put them in like right next to the door, but like they actually have a purpose now in the base game for everyone. Cool.
Erasure. Sims who finish their drinks while also eating will now make sure to finish their meal afterward. That's right, Mrs. Landgrab, Chugging your juice on the rocks doesn't count as girl dinner.
Not the girl
Child
dinner.
Sims with the genius trait will no longer gain the want to solve hard problems. They'll have to wait a few years before diving into such complex abstraction.
I want to say I absolutely agree, Divine. It should have absolutely been a base game feature from the beginning when they introduced it in Snowy Escape. I don't know why they paywalled something like that initially. I don't think that was a very good move. Looks like Stream Elements is working. Yay! Yay! I worked so hard for the past 2 hours to get that darn thing to work.
Abstraction. Sims with a fear of fire will no longer be tormented by constant, unavoidable fires starting while they are cooking.
Why do I believe that's not actually going to be
related note,
fixed?
Sims will no longer be given the option to cook together on broken stoves. In an attempt to curtail unwarranted surreal horror gameplay, household members should no longer randomly be labeled as neighbors and become unable to use doors.
These are so bizarre.
In the spirit of respecting the laws of physics, towels hung on the wall are no longer translucent when hit with natural light.
Good, good.
Though they are things of beauty, certain columns will now, indeed, fade away when they would otherwise be blocking the camera. Camera in live mode.
Thank you for continuing.
Sims will no longer be constantly using their phones at every hour of the day. Not a cell phone in sight, just simulated people living in the moment. Beautiful.
Thank you for becoming a member, Sims 4 Builder. I appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it.
Beautiful. Hairy house guests deciding to shave in your Sims bathroom will no longer cause the game to freeze. Sims should now actually be able to finish writing songs. Perhaps those of us with closets full of unfinished projects should take notes. Child Sims will now only have age-appropriate thought bubbles.
Thank God.
After plenty of confidence-building exercises, certain table lamps will no longer snap to the wall when placed and will be comfortable standing wherever you place them.
Some of these bugs are just so bizarre when you like see them fixed in the notes. You're like, what? So weird.
Them. Infants who age up in a dirty diaper will no longer produce stink clouds as if forced to wear that dirty diaper into adulthood. Rest assured, I hated writing that just as much as you hated reading it.
That is so weird. Infants who age up in a dirty diaper will no longer produce stink clouds as if forced to wear that dirty diaper into adulthood. Ew!
It. Sims will thankfully no longer slip and fall in mud puddles while holding an infant.
So many infant bugs, but I'm just happy they're being fixed.
Body hair on randomized Sims to be slightly less excessive. Some of the less friendly toddler and infant hairs have been taught proper conflict resolution and will now play nicely with hats.
Good. Also, really, really random. Can we please get some more body hair selections, some body hair presets? Yeah, I know there's CC and stuff out there, but like, we need more body hair, like actual options. Isn't there only like one body hair type and it's just different lengths? We need like all kinds of different textures of hair. Why do we not have that?
Hats. Sims living on private dwelling lots are now willing to make exceptions for food deliveries. Because everyone loves a good pizza, even territorial curmudgeons. Basement stairs should now play nicely with terrain when the lot has a raised foundation. Changing foundation height should no longer stop windows from being placed on curved walls.
Good.
Sims have learned what it means to be that guy and will no longer constantly ask what happened, for no apparent reason during conversations. Sims who would invite themselves over and make themselves a little too welcome have relearned their manners and should now knock.
Good. Thank God.
Much to the disappointment of illusionists everywhere, glass walls over basements should no longer hide basement walls when viewed from above.
I'm just gonna let out my scream of relief right now because the Sims inviting themselves over instead of, yeah, that was pissing me off for so long. So just like,
above.
Fuck.
We've educated Sims on the dangers of overcaffeination, so autonomous coffee making / drinking should happen a bit less frequently.
Hey, I mean, that's pretty realistic to
Blonde
real life.
gardeners and redhead pizza deliverers everywhere can breathe a sigh of relief, because parents with graying hair swatches are now more likely to have children that match their base hair color, rather than unexpected red or blonde hair.
Good. These
When
are some
loading
good
back into a
fixes.
save and entering Manage Worlds, there's no longer a chance that occupied lots appear empty. A previously unnamed Poohoo bush has now discovered its true name.
So I am assuming that all of these base game multi-pack fixes also apply for console, but we have one console exclusive thing below as
Name.
well.
Console. Hitting the undo button on the controller no longer pulls up the search bar in build mode.
I know that was a big one. That's good. That's good to see
The
fixed.
nails from Poolside Splash are now tagged for both masculine and feminine frame Sims. As fun as it was, Sims should no longer grow a second pair of feet when wearing the retro bikini from Poolside Splash. Laundry Day.
So
Hampers
weird.
can now be dragged in and out of Sim inventories in live mode. The excuses for putting off laundry end here. Dirty cloth diapers will now go into laundry hampers, where they belong, rather than the floor, where they do not belong.
Good. Also, it's nice to see this laundry day fix happening at this time. It's perfect timing because now that For Rent is coming out, I want to see the whole laundry aspect with apartment buildings and, you know, multiple units on a lot. I want to see like if they actually do laundry and stuff. So it's nice to see that they've got a couple fixes for laundry day to go along with that. I hope that the laundry thing works out very well. If not, I'm going to be pissed. Like I want to see like non-playable people come out of their units and start doing laundry on their own. I have this weird feeling there isn't going to be that autonomy though. I have a feeling they're not gonna do the laundry. They're just gonna talk and chat in the laundry room.
Belong. Dream Home Decorator. The standard gas oven by Blazin' Ladles no longer disappears when placed on lots. May your ladles remain ever ablaze.
Ladle, ladle, ladle.
My wedding stories. Certain veils should no longer force Sims to have red hair. Seriously, what is it with this update and red hair?
What is it with this pack and not working? That's what they should have said. I haven't even attempted to just do anything My Wedding Stories related in so long, so I don't even know anymore. But is that pack working good for you guys now, or is that thing still a hot mess? I don't play with it, so I don't know. I'm not even gonna try.
Hair. Werewolves. Werewolves will no longer autonomously check on infants during their rampage. And thank goodness for that.
Yeah, I think that they have given up on die now. Triple threat, for sure. Still a hot mess. It works fine for me. I guess it just depends on who's playing then. Use the pack to take pictures? Oh yeah. I can see that. I played today. My wedding, my Sims could not dance. Yeah. My Wedding Stories has been all right on some households, but null and void in others. Yeah, it sounds like it's just hit or miss. I don't bother with it. I'm sorry. I don't want to be stressed out. So I will not go out of my way and choose to stress myself out. I will never forget the launch of that pack. Woo!
That
was a mess.
Plants no longer revert to dirt piles in dormant phases, and instead will simply stop growing. They should also now only become dormant when entering their off seasons, at the appropriate time.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but I remember them having this dirt pile thing in another bug, so I'm assuming it's just back again. So let's hope it's fully fixed this time.
Time. Get famous. Sims who have chosen to forego the spotlight will no longer gain unwanted fame.
Good.
Cottage living. Sims will now retain the heroic haggler buff when buying discounted items at village shops after haggling. Let them enjoy their Karen moment. Your Sims will no longer be doomed to a life of Sisyphean crafting endeavors. They should now be able to complete the task to create a cross-stitch for the taste for adventure errand. High school years. The pink swatch of the benchmark seating chair is no longer masquerading as blue in the preview. Teens who get more than 250 Social Bunny followers should now be able to complete the third level admired icon aspiration. Growing together. Playing other households will no longer cause Sims to forget certain achieved milestones.
You know what I find really weird? Why we have so many different like social network interactable things in the Sims 4. Like there's so many different ones with different packs and stuff. I don't get why they just won't consolidate it all into one thing, one user interface, and they just add features onto it. You know, like if you have certain packs, then you only get these features, but it's like one central system, one central thing. It's just so many different separate things. It just feels so like all over the place.
Milestones. In other words, the game will neither gaslight nor gatekeep your girl boss Sims anymore.
Bye.
We gave that creepy tree in San Sequoia a stern warning. It should no longer be encroaching upon the buildable area of the Sequoia cottage lot.
No, for real. The UI is hella cluttered. Exactly. Wait, Dine Out? Was there nothing for Dine Out? R.I.P. Dine Out. I remember we fussed about that last time. We were like, no Dine Out. We should just take bets on it at this point. Like before we go over the patch notes, we should like bet on it. Like I'll bet you guys an expansion pack giveaway that there's no Dine Out on the patch notes, and then if there isn't, then I owe an expansion pack to one of you. Hey, that would be kind of fun.
Lot. Sims will no longer earn the first promotion milestone when getting a new job, no matter how much your Sim is willing to be annoying and debate the semantics of that. Toddlers should now be able to sing a song with infants without being interrupted.
Yo, Horse Ranch and for rent.
Your adorable little money laundering scheme has yeet its last haw. Sims will no longer receive double the stated number of simoleons for selling mini goats and sheep.
Good.
Sims riding horses should now have an easier time saying howdy and other things to other horses nearby. Sims will no longer be taunted by an unreachable log filled with frogs in Chestnut Ridge. The era of heavy metal square dancing has waned. Sims will now only autonomously perform cowpoke dance if ranch music is playing.
You know what's crazy? Out of all of the fixes, and we still have one more to go, that is my favorite because it was pissing me off seeing them do that. That is like my favorite fix out of everything, which is crazy. All right, before we scroll down to the for rent, I just want to say one thing. I want to predict and hope that that has to do with your Sims getting paid, because I did watch some early access stuff and it seemed like so many Simmers were having the issue of their Sims not being paid rent, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of the pack, especially the property management aspect, which is like a main selling point, you know? So I hope that that second patch that went out at 2 p.m., an hour after the first one, this is what that is for, to fix that issue. That's what I'm hoping. So let's scroll down and see.
Playing. For rent. Fixed an issue where rent could go into negatives or be excessively high.
So it doesn't fix that issue. Interesting. Okay, well, at least we have one fix for rent to start. That's not really that bad. The rent is paid weekly, Ren says. So is that not a glitch? Because so many game changers were saying it was a glitch, it was a glitch, it was a glitch. So I don't know if they were told that it was a glitch, or if they were just thinking it might be a glitch. But if rent is paid weekly, then I guess that's not a bug. Okay. Which makes sense. So if you do the math, if you have it set so it's like $50 a day times 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, that's $350 you should be getting a week. Oh, I can't do math at all. Okay, guys, that's it. I'm gonna end this here. Okay, was I right? I don't know. I'm still counting my fingers. It's not funny. It really isn't funny. Thanks for watching. That's the patch. You guys let me know what you think down below. Are you happy with the fixes? I think they're good. I think the fixes were good. I'm surprised they rolled it out into 2 separate updates though. So I'm assuming that the second update was probably for rent. That was probably separate, and the first one they probably had like ready to go beforehand since it's, you know, base game and all the other packs and stuff. RIP Dine Out, Becky says, no, I agree. I agree, but why per week if you can have a lease for 1 day? No, that's a good point. You should be getting paid per day if you can set the lease terms for as low as 1 day. Exactly. No, good point. Yeah, it was my understanding you charge rent by the day, but you get paid by the week. Okay, so I guess basically what that means then is since you get paid by the week and rent is charged by the day, if your lease is only 1 day and it's $30, you've earned that $30, but you can't see that for 7 sim days. And then once a week is done, then you get your rent for 1 day. I know it sounds stupid, doesn't it? But it's just the rules. It's, you know, it is the way it is. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. I'm just gonna read just a little bit more of the chat before I end it. When watching For Rent gameplay, it looked to me like property owner got paid on day 8 for a 7-day period. Yeah, so it's probably not a glitch then. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, this will be up as a video afterwards. Yes, yes, yes. All right, that's it. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. So long. Happy life simming. Bye.